10 years ago, this afternoon's reconciliation event in Hyde Park could hardly have taken place. After all, the Cold War showed that the wartime allies were united against Hitler, but were deeply divided over the future of the world. Only since the fall of the Berlin Wall and the collapse of communism has such an event really been possible. It's in fact taken 50 years for the legacy of World War II in the shape of the Cold War to be liquidated. But there's another kind of reconciliation this afternoon, that between the generations. Children, youth, and a pledge for a peaceful future are central to the ceremonial. And children and their families are here in large numbers to emphasize that the 50th anniversary of VE Day isn't just a time for honorable looking back, but for an optimistic commitment to the future, that the hard-won peace will continue to benefit the children and grandchildren of those who won the war.
Well, we wouldn't be having this due today if it hadn't been for a certain amount of suffering and hardship, would we? We've got to be a bit realistic about things and said, well, what we did back in the 1939-45, you got this to show for it today, otherwise it could have been a different.
It's a feeling of sadness, but it's really a feeling of enjoyment as well. Because, you know, we lost a lot of men, and when you're on a bomber station, you count the number of planes going out and you count the number coming back, and it was very distressing, you know, when some went missing.
We who come back are the lucky ones. There's so many million unlucky ones. It's a pleasure to be here today. And I think it was all worthwhile. And let's hope our kids and grandchildren won't have to face it.
Well, all kinds of memories really, some sad, but today's a joyful occasion. About 50 years of peace, no more quarrelling, fighting, no more wars, and I've got no hatred for anybody. It's a day of peace, and I'm at peace.
It's a commemoration, I think, for me, of 50 years of peace. We forgive, but we never forget. That's my philosophy.